So far, looking at your team, United, you guys have shown. I mean, it might not show in the result, but if I look at the metrics, attacking metrics, I should say, you guys do have a top XG. Your conversion rate is basically worst in the league. My question to you is, how much of the team's woes lie in the finishing versus deeper sort of issues in terms of the approach taken by your manager and the tactical approach?
Well, he's the manager, innit? I can't really criticize him for picking his side, the side that he wants to play from week in, week out. They're all coming from different places. You've got Sesko coming from Germany, and apparently he's not ready yet because we haven't even seen start a full game apart from that shambolic performance in Grimsby. I mean, yes, you're not going to go straight into the team. Sesko, I believe he's probably being guided and then being slowly introduced to the league, but it's about a time where he should have started a game in the league. You don't throw someone, you don't throw someone in a game, in the cup. You don't do that. That is wrong. Do you know what I mean? In a league, whatever league he's been signed to, or what he's been signed to Man United, do you know what I mean? He's playing in the Premier League. So, in his mind, he's conditioned to stay in this league for 38 games. You didn't sign him to play in the cup game. Yes, it's Grimsby, but what happened? Grimsby beat us. I mean, you don't sign a player from Germany or a foreigner, bring him there and then throw him in the cup game. It's different. I know it's League 2, but have you ever watched League 2 games? They're different. Like, do you know what I mean? They always try to prove a point, and they did. Start him in Premier League games. Fulham, I don't see why he couldn't have started Fulham. What's the point? Why couldn't he start Fulham? This whole Mason Mount thing that he's got going on, what kind of experiment is that? I mean, don't get me wrong, he's helping. Like, I haven't seen Mason Mount, like, literally locked in like that in a while. Like, he's focused, he's doing bits. And I think, obviously, now you can see he's really connecting with the United players. Because sometimes, when we signed him, it's like he was still doing what he wanted to do. He didn't really get what was going on. But then, again, it's like, do we have a philosophy? But now, but the thing is, I'm not trying to pressure the manager. At the same time, I think he deserves time. Bro, it's 3 games into the season. 3 games. People are already... I know, he's got 29 points in 28 games, but bro, it's fine. It happens. He took over, literally, I think, middle of last season. Didn't really do great, but he did well in another cup, which is the Europa League. Got to the final, didn't work out, we didn't win, fine. Just give him time. You can't have a manager 3 games into the season and then you're already calling for his head. I mean, he's lost one, against Arsenal. That wasn't the best Arsenal side. You and I know it, but it's still Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? They are top 2 in the league. As much as I hate to admit it, yes, they are. Right now, they are. Liverpool, Arsenal, before Man City. Because, obviously, I'm not going to go into Man City too tough. But then, bro, they're literally, like, if there was no Liverpool, they would have been champions. Do you know what I mean? They've got that mindset. You've got a manager that was an understudy for arguably one of the best managers ever. Yeah. Of course, they're going to come there. They will fight. They're not going to play the Arsenal way, the beautiful football. Do you know what I mean? But they still got 3 points. It's Arsenal. People are talking like, have you played Sunderland or something? If Sunderland come there and that's embarrassing. Burnley almost embarrassed us. That will have people asking questions. Fine. But it's Arsenal. And obviously, where Bruno's playing is not helping us. So I don't know why he's forcing it.
I actually wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
In terms of Mount, you mentioned Mount. You might not like him in your team, but from what I've seen,
no. I didn't say that. No.
Like,
okay,
obviously,
cool.
I'm not saying you don't like him.
You're speaking
but,
generally, basically.
Yes, in general.
A lot of Man United fans are not feeling that idea.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Some Man United fans do not like the fact that Mason Mount keeps on getting picked. But from what I've seen, any manager that he's played under, he seems to get picked. Or is it a case whereby, again, your manager is not utilizing the players he has in a system that would work for them? or is he very stubborn and rigid?
The thing is, Bruno, Mount, identical players. Do you know what I mean? Not so much,
Yes.
but then we saw what he was doing at Chelsea. He was basically what Bruno was doing for us at United. But the thing is, he's got his countryman. He can't bench him, but he wants to play Mount as well because Mount is in form. But you don't do that. Do you know what I mean? You're hurting the whole team because you're playing Bruno wherever he's playing him, like deep. Bro, what are you doing? You've got our creative player playing deep. Why? What's the point? The Burnley game, we were struggling to create chances. Almost every chance that we were creating was when we hit them on the counter. Again, coming to Mbeumo, him not really being sharp.
Yes. Your wing
You know what I
backs as
mean?
well.
He got one ball where, bro, I know last season in Mbeumo, he's taking everyone on and just shooting that. But he basically ran wide and he looked for options. I'm not going to blame him because that pass did go wide. Do you know what I mean? But I know the Mbeumo of last season would have tried something. But then it's all down to instructions. I don't know what's being said in training. I don't know I don't know what drills they're doing in training. I don't know what kind of coaching tactics that's being, do you know what I mean? They're being taught or shown in training. And another thing, confidence. The confidence, first 20, 30 minutes is great. And then after that, funeral.
Yeah, no, it's true. I've seen a lot of Man United games.
Arsenal, it got to a point where between the like the 55th to like 68th minute, bro, Arsenal, if they capitalized on their chances, oh my God, it could have gone from 1-0 quickly to 3-0.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then you guys also had a problem not a problem, but you had a new player to the league, Gyökeres, where, you know what I mean, he's not really, it's scary going to Old Trafford for your first. Yeah, it's scary. I don't care what anyone says. We can be the worst Man United side. It's still Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? It's scary.
No, it's true. It's
yeah,
true.
so I wouldn't blame him too much. Like, he was trying to, I mean, the first 10 minutes, he was trying, like, doing what, but I think Euro and Delete just had his number that day, innit? That's all I say. But even then, you still won. So that's the thing. That's what champions do. It's not about, I mean, you haven't won anything yet, but you've got the champions mentality. Do you know what I mean? Because you're not playing great, but you're still going to get away with something. And you did. You got to win 4-3 points. Not even a point. You got to win 4-3 points. And this is what I keep saying when people are talking about, there's only one game. No, it's not. Because at the end of the season, what? Those 3 points will count. Do you know what I mean? Those 3 points will count. Let's say at the end of the season, Liverpool basically a point ahead of Arsenal, and they're going to use that point to pip them to the league. Those 3 points count. That's the reason why Liverpool are not 4 points ahead. They are just a point above. Every point counts. So when people say, it's just one game. No, it's not one game. It's not. It's not one game.
Nah.
No, that's the truth.
No, I get you. You know what? Like I said, as a neutral, obviously looking at it, well, not that I'm a neutral, but I'm a bit more one of Man United's biggest haters, but putting that aside.
No, it's just home.
Yeah, like putting that aside, looking at Amarin's metrics and results, right?
Yeah.
You as a fan, how patient are you going to be with his system at the moment?
I give him the whole of this season.
So let me tell you why I'm actually asking this question, because I believe you guys are too resilient on your win backs. Right. From what I've seen, you guys try to hit your win back.
That wing back stuff is not going to work at United. It won't work. Okay. It will not work. I'm sorry.
So from what I'm gathering from you, what you're saying is you don't have patience so far with the system.
No, it's not about me. It's not about me having patience.
Okay, so with the point you made so far, right?
Yeah.
How long do you think United will give Amarin if this sort of results?
How long do I think? Well, the pressure's on now.
Yeah, how long do you think
the pressure is on like mad? I want to defend him. I want him to do good because it took a while for Fergie to like actually get things going at Man United. I'm not too sure if you know, but when Ferguson, like 3 or 2 years or 4 years into the job.
Well, not that I remember, but from what I know, roughly, how many seasons?
Yeah, but
6
a lot
seasons,
of people,
7? Roughly.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this. In like his 3rd season, he resigned. Yeah. Sir Alex Ferguson resigned because the heat was too much. Not that he couldn't handle it, but it wasn't even something from the fans. It was from the media, the backlash, and then the board as well. He resigned. He actually wrote, he wrote a letter to the then director. And then for whatever reason, he just changed his mind and then went back and said, nah, he will stay. Do you know what I mean? People need time. Imagine had he resigned then. Like we would have probably gone to maybe, I'm not too sure, maybe Man City or something. People need time. Some people, from the get-go, it's not going to work. Do you know what I mean? But if Amarim, bro, when he started at Sporting, it wasn't straight away. It wasn't all roses and daffodils, bro. It took time. And when he left, we saw, like, you know what I mean? I don't care what people will say. You can't compare the Portuguese league to, they're all leagues, bro. It's ideas and fundamentals that, do you know what I mean? The setup. A manager will be the manager. It's how he coaches these players to play. Do you know what I mean? And the way I see Amarim as well, I think what I like about him as well is, the players sort of like have a bond with him, like naturally, like they can, it's like, I don't want to say man them in it, but they're close to him on that level. I mean, I think he was talking about, he went to, Drake's concert with some of the players or something. Do you know what I mean? All of that helps. I'm not saying he shouldn't be doing that because he's the manager. There needs to be a situation whereby there's a hierarchy where you shouldn't, bro, everyone's got their coaching style. Steven Gerrard said, Benitez is probably one of the best managers that I've coached him, but he's a terrible person. I mean, because he doesn't have, he will coach you, but he doesn't have that rapport with you where he'll come back to you and then if you're right.
A lot of people say that.
Do you know what I mean? But he won them the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? But he's not.
Yeah.
Mourinho is someone that cares until he goes ballistic and then he loses it on you and then he's doing the most. We know classic Mourinho. Do you know what I mean? Mourinho told Dele Alli, I mean, we all watched that. All or nothing, Spurs. He told him one day, you're going to look back. You're going to look back on with regret if you don't hit the peak that you're supposed to hit. And another thing that he said that resonates with me so much, he told him, don't let anyone demand hard work from you. Demand that from yourself. Yeah, it's the truth. Because it got to a point where Dele Alli got too comfortable, bro. Too comfortable. Like, you lose certain balls that he loses, and he's not trying to. And it's funny enough, bro, when he was at Dons, because I've seen this guy play bare times. Bro, he was like, he would crunch, like, but obviously when he came to Tottenham, Pochettino saw, he's got eye for goal, innit? So he changed him in that, like, do you know what I mean? Changed, and it worked. But bro, if you weren't really doing great going forward no more or whatever, I mean, sometimes goals dry up, do you know what I mean? You should have gone back to what you know, back to the basics, because I'm telling you, that guy, bro, you know him, he's rough, do you know what I mean? Yeah, but then I don't think he was trying to hear Mourinho. And it's true. I mean, look, last week we were all here, we heard Coleman's terminated his contract. He's 29. Bro, this guy, at one point in time, bro, people talk about Jude Bellingham. No disrespect, but what Dele Alli was doing in the league, brother, I'm sorry. Yeah. Jude is great. Don't get me wrong. Jude is great, but Dele Alli used to dazzle me. Do you know what I mean? Look at the goal he scored against Palace.
Obviously, we all watched.
Look at the goal he scored against Palace. Like, he will have you dazzled.
Like I mentioned before, you touched on your club's transfer thing. What am I looking for? What's called like your strategy, right? Obviously, you guys went for attacking players.
Yeah.
Do you think, or is there a reason why you think you guys did midfielders or defenders? Because looking at it as neutral, I believe you guys need a defensive midfielder and let's say one defender. So why do you think you guys just put all your eggs in attacking field? And obviously now
I really don't think they wanted to get a midfielder. Yeah, I don't think they wanted to. It's only because
of the manager, or because they actually like a club just did not want to get a midfielder in?
I don't even know. I think whatever player they had their mind set on, they probably didn't think. They looked at it and then they thought, okay, maybe we might have different options. Obviously, due to like the price tag, and yeah. And then in the end, they probably felt like, okay, let's just wait. Let's see how the season goes. Same thing with our keeper. They tried to wait and, gamble. But then the season started and it was hot. Both keepers have been awful.
Yeah.
And now they've been forced to bring someone in. Same thing with the midfield. Same thing. We haven't really, I know people keep saying about, Casemiro is not that what he used to be. He's getting old, number one. Number two, you're playing Casemiro and Bruno. What are you expecting to achieve? But then it's not his fault, because then he has to trust his players. I mean, the players that are on the bench. But I'm not trusting Manu Ugarte. He's not good. In fact, that deal, yeah, PSG really done a number on us. Like they really, really robbed us, bro. What was it? 55 million?
I believe you work around that amount.
Yeah, and the thing is, I know he can do a job where he just plays the hard man, but he's just too, I don't know how to explain it. He loses his head too quickly. You know what I mean? And number two, bro, we can scream for a midfielder all we want, but as far as I'm concerned, every other season when we're not doing great, no, get another midfielder. How many times? Do you remember that whole thing where we need to get...
Don't you think people are right this time, though? Because you guys do not have a solid holding mid.
Yeah, well, I know. But it's like, until there's an issue where, I mean, the transfer window is closed now. So we'll have to revisit that. We'll have to revisit that in the next transfer window. Until there are so many mistakes in that department, that's when we decide to do something. That's Man United for you. Every time. We wait. Crisis, panic buy. Crisis, panic buy. Do you know what I mean? We wanted Dutch Frankie de Jong, yeah, for so long. We didn't get him. And then we wasted time on that deal when Anthony was going for, I think, 40 million. We wasted so much time on that deal. We came back to try to get Anthony and they told us it was 80 million. And we were so desperate, yeah, we had to just cough up the piece and then pay that. We wanted a player for so long. And in the last minute, they went to bring, what's the other Dutch player that came and it never worked?
What, Memphis Depay?
No, not Depay. The midfielder.
Oh, Van der Ben, I believe?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Same thing. We bought him very last minute. I don't even think if Oli wanted him, because when he came in straight away, you could tell Oli didn't prefer him.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, we always wait. And then it's like, okay, we need to buy someone. And then we force ourselves to go and buy someone that we probably don't need. It happened with Ugarte. Now we've got 55 million waste. I'm not even saying he's waste, but then when something is not going to work out, you just know. And I remember when we signed Sebastian Veron, brilliant player. First few games, I remember, because obviously I've been watching football.
Yeah, no, obviously.
First few games, I was like, nah, man. Veron is brilliant, but I don't think this side of the pond is gonna thrive here. Left when Chelsea didn't really, do you know what I mean? And then he went back to Italy. It's the same thing. Same players just wouldn't work. And even then now, we need to be careful with who we get next. Player profile. We need to get the right player.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Baleba, is that his name?
Yeah.
Baleba, yeah, him. Yeah, he's good. But what? Is it a thing where, suddenly, when Man United want players, 100 million?
I mean, you're going to be dealing with Brighton, though.
Yeah, I know. But if they were selling to Real Madrid, they'll probably say 60 million or something. It's just, you know what I mean? We don't know how to do business. We buy players for so much, and then look, Anthony we signed Anthony for like 80 million.
Was it 15 million?
Pounds. And then, bro, we've lost like 68.5 million on that deal. You know what I mean? It's not good enough. You have, what's that, Portuguese player, midfielder, yeah, for Chelsea. Bro, that guy didn't even play for Chelsea, bro. Or barely even played. He's moved to one club for like 30 million. Jeff tried to make a joke about, oh, he's a Nations League champion. He barely played in that Nations League. Do you know what I mean? Never Garnacho.
I know what you're talking about.
Garnacho is a
He used to
maverick.
play left back for them in some games.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Garnacho is a maverick. He's someone that dazzles you. He's a youth player that's doing, like, you know what I mean? He's definitely, for his age, he's definitely top 10 for his age. You know what I mean? Maybe top 20 in his position.
Yeah, position. Yeah, for his age.
Bro, we let him go for 40 million. 40 million. Why? It's that the business side of Man United. Like, it hasn't made sense. Oh, it was what was our former, what's his name? What's his face? I forgot his name, but yeah. I thought it was a him situation, but he's been gone for how many years now, and it's still the same thing. Yeah, man, it's just, I don't get it, man.
We talking about Ed
Woodward, yeah.
Yeah, it's Ed Woodward.
Yeah, man, like, it's just ridiculous. We always getting bumped, like, yeah. It makes sense. Yeah, and even, like I said, we could get Baliba. Another thing is club culture. If the culture at Man United doesn't change, then there's a problem. Because he's going to come...
So what sort of culture are you speaking on right now?
I'll give you an example.
Yeah, give me an example.
Bear in mind, Evra played in a great Man United side.
Yeah,
he played for Fergie for years, and then played for Moyes a little bit, and then he left. And then he went to Juve. Evra said, Man United, of course, great team. Won everything. Won in his time there anyway. Won everything. He went Juve. Yeah. He realized the conditioning, the training.
Okay.
Was totally different. He said he never, like, you know, when players would push themselves to the limit when they start throwing up on the pitch, that never happened to him in his career until he went Juve. Because he was just crazy. The standards was crazy. Do you know what I mean? And then, I mean, you could tell also because he went to Juve in his like 31, 32, 33. But he was playing, those are some of the best balling days of his life. He was playing good. He played really good for Juve. Because, bro, he said he got to a point where even when he's having a fizzy drink, he feels bad. Because the kind of regime that was different.
Different, yeah.
That's culture. Things that, do you know what I mean? Right now, I don't even know the culture of Man United.
That's it. Well, I was about to lead on to one question, right? Since you mentioned like the culture. Because right now, I think during the last week of the transfer window, Kobe Mainoo requested for a loan. But obviously, that was eventually blocked.
Yeah.
Well, do you think he was warranted to actually request for that? Because obviously...
of course. Bro, it's not even about warranted. It's his career. Do you know what I mean? He knows what's best for him. He's not playing. And we don't... As much as fans like to act like we know what's going on, we never know what's going on. We don't know the conversation that's had behind closed doors. We don't know how we don't know what Amarim has said to him. Do you know what I mean? Why would he suddenly decide to go on loan? I mean, he's already sat out for a few games. But we don't know. Maybe certain things have been said to him behind closed doors. Only he knows. And his agent, of course. And the club. But then I'm hearing he was asking for some crazy wages. Again, culture. Because Man United always renew contract and then they throw dumb wages at people. Okay, I'm one of the best players at the club and I'm very young and I was a prospect. I started in the academy. I've grown up. I'm in the first team now. This is my first contract. I'm going to do a Rashford. So with Kobe Mainoo's situation, it's weird. It's 50-50 for me. You know, do I want him to go on loan? No, because he's like literally one of the best players that we have. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's his career. If he feels like it's what's best for him, then so be it. But at the same time, I feel like he's not been treated fairly because there are certain games that's screaming for his profile of a player, and then we bring Ugarte on. We need goals. You're bringing Ugarte on. Do you know what I mean? When has Ugarte been known to like drive forward? Some of the things that he does, you think about it. That's what you see. What I keep saying to you. I feel like someone's staying up there, put Ugarte on. Because it don't make sense. Yeah, man, it just don't make sense.
Understand you there.
It don't make sense. And of course, he's a player. He's young. He'll get frustrated. You've got people. I mean, football is a young man's sport now. What's that player you have got? The 15-year-old.
Matt Diamond.
Bro, he's 15. He's already registered for the Champions League. 15.
Yeah,
15.
okay.
You know, I was in that 15, bro. So I mean, it's a young man's sport now, bro. Yeah, man. So like, you can't sit there and say he's got time. No, he doesn't have time, man. It's maybe not 20 or something, or 19 or whatever. Yeah, man.
Kobe Manu probably run now, probably 20, but I will need to check.
Yeah, man. So like, it's you just need to. You can't when the game is crying for a certain player and then you purposely don't bring them on for whatever reason.
Yeah, he's 20 still.
The questions need to be asked. Yeah, questions need to be asked.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
because,
all right. So with all that said, right? Again,
yeah,
I'm gonna look at your like your setup in terms of your goalkeeping, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
you've got a new arrival in Lamens. I believe that's how you pronounce his name.
the elements, the good.
United may offload either Onana or Bayende.
Onana should go. Yeah, because no, I don't even want to. I don't
How
even.
do
Yeah,
you-
okay, cool. Let me let you finish. All right, cool.
Yeah, let me finish the question
Yeah, go on.
because you've already answered.
Yeah.
But how do you think this reshuffle will affect the team's defensive stability this season?
Or like a changing. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't know
Because
if
obviously,
Lamens is
like,
coming straight.
any new keeper will need to form
Yeah,
a
but
relationship
the thing is,
with the back four or back
the
three.
thing is, it's the international break now. We don't know if he's actually getting straight into the team.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? Because remember what happened with De Gea when he went straight into the team. Do
I
you
mean,
remember?
obviously, he was very young
So
at
many
that time.
mistakes. He was we signed De Gea at 20 years old.
Exactly.
So he was really young. And when he came, you remember, it's not that long ago. They were ripping him. I ripped him myself because
No, I remember.
he used
that. I
to do
remember
certain
that.
silly things. Do you know what I mean? And then we gave him time. De Gea won Man United Player of the Year 4 times. Do you know what I mean? And was in Team of the Year, I think, twice. Won us the Europa League, FA Cup. He won the Premier League. So people forget that he actually won the Premier League. Yeah.
No, he did. He did.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I don't think, as a keeper, no, don't put him straight away. No, I'm sorry. Don't do that. A keeper, nah, don't do that.
Would you rather not?
Yeah. Nah, no, I'm sorry.
Because
Nah,
for
nah,
me,
nah.
looking in, I don't think any of our keepers are good enough.
In that time, you look at who you prefer. But is it Bayinda or whatever his name is?
Yeah.
Yeah, him or Onana. You see who you want. Onana, I'm sorry, it's time to go. Yeah, in the words of Clyde, God rest him, it's time to go, fam. Because I'm even hearing this guy is so cheeky where obviously because we couldn't qualify for Champions League or whatever, which is due to him anyway. Had he been stable in goal for that Europa League final, Spurs were terrible, but they won. Same thing when it comes to Arsenal, played terrible, but they still won. Do you know what I mean? So
Nah,
yeah. So yeah, Onana went ahead to ask for his contract to be renewed. Hold on, I thought contracts only get renewed based on great performances, and the club actually saying you're an asset, so we don't want you to go.
Yeah.
What the bro? Do you think you're an asset to us? You single-handedly dumped us out of the Champions League. 2 free kicks. Same, bro. I don't even want to start. I don't want to start on another bit.
All right, cool. All right, so from what I'm hearing, you rather hold off and still play Bayende up until you believe.
Yeah, for a while.
Really.
For a while, yeah, for a while.
Okay.
Keepers is a bit different. So
Okay.
you see what happened? You see what happened with Trafford?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean he's been in the league. But
Donnarumma
yeah,
now is in.
yeah,
Now they're gonna be
yeah.
benched.
But now he's starting to. Yeah, he was brilliant. I mean, Brighton is a weird place to go for any club. Real Madrid will go Brighton and they'll struggle. Brighton is weird. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we saw what happened. They lost, but he was phenomenal
Very good.
in goal when they played Brighton. So yeah, but don't let him go straight in. Especially with someone coming from Belgium or whatever. No, they'll kill him, bro.
Okay. All right. What was it? You mentioned how Harry Maguire might be needed in your back four, obviously due to his experience and whatnot. So I actually got a question on him. From what I'm reading, I believe during this transfer window, he turned down a few offers, and obviously he pledged to stay at United to see out his contract. How important is his experience to the squad?
Yeah.
Bear in mind the huge pressure you guys have on your defense.
We definitely need him, even if it's not on the pitch, when he's not playing physically. He's been at the club not long enough. He was the club captain. Dressing room, the atmosphere at the club. He needs, you know what I mean? Some of these lads need that guidance. He's been at the club for long. He can guide them. Football ain't all about always playing 90 minutes. We need leaders at the club, both on and off the pitch. Do you know what I mean? He's one of those players that can be around and then do that. He's gone through some difficult time. He's the only, well, no, he's not the only player. He's the third English player I've heard being booed by England fans.
English fans.
I was so shocked. And that was weird because Beckham got booed, because we all know what Beckham did.
We all know what happened, that's true.
We all know what happened. Rooney got booed because we know what happened. Not, Maguire didn't do nothing to England. He never played bad for England.
No, that's true.
Or, do you know what I mean? So him getting booed was like, what kind of, like, it's so weird. Like, what's this? Bro, it's weird, but footballers are humans as well. Before this, sometimes I know I do it all the time. I cast players all the time. But before we actually judge people or judge these athletes here, we need to understand what their body goes through. We don't go through it. It looks like people look at footballers like robots, bro. They're not. Bro, we both play football. There's certain days where even when we go cages and what, betting or whatever, to go play ball, power league and whatnot, bro. Obviously I'm in Ghana now, so. But yeah, bro, there are certain days you're up for it. There's certain days your body is not just, it's just, your mind wants to do it, but your body's not.
But the thing is, some people would have some sort of arguments that he's a professional pro who gets paid.
And that's the thing.
Thousands of pounds a week.
And I love that because then, you know what I mean? Try and play against a professional, you realize why you never made it in football. Because it's a different game, bro.
Because there's levels.
Yeah, man.
Levels. I've got a few questions I want to ask you before I let you go, right? Obviously, basically, I've had a look at your whole club. I mean, situation so far and whatnot. At the moment, right? Realistically, where do you see Manchester United finishing this season?
Outside top 6.
Are those your own expectations, or you believe that's where they'll actually finish?
I believe that. So, yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Okay, so you said...
My expectations, 9th, 10th.
Mm-hmm.
But be realistic, looking at the players, looking at what's going on.
Yeah.
Outside top 6, 7th or 8th. Yeah. Yeah, because we've got a manager that's stubborn as well, that doesn't want to really, do you know what I mean? What he's doing is not going to work. I'm sorry. So.
Nah, that's a big jump.
Yeah, it is.
Where did you finish last season? From
15th, bro. Yeah, exactly.
With 42 points to 7th. Looking at the Premier League table last season, the team that finished 7th were Forest. How many points? 65 points. So that means you need to make up roughly 23 points to actually get out.
Yeah, we're not. Okay. Forget, man. We won.
All right. So I'm guessing you're saying top 10. Like top half.
Yeah, top 10 finish. Yeah, top 10 finish. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, then obviously my last question right now is, right now you guys are playing without European football. And it's been a while since the 2013, 2014.
Nah, I think you need to go back to that, reiterate, and then say if you're playing no European football and play one cup. Because you're still in the FA Cup.
That's true. No European football, now you're out of one cup before school started.
At the first trial.
Before school started, right? Right, so my question now is, does that give your manager a bit of a relief to actually rebuild his squad? Or
that should help him.
Do you think this is putting more pressure on him because he has more like one game? Okay. No, I'm not. No, but with football, I think obviously having one game a week, they'll be doing more. I mean, there'll be more training sessions.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why you need to stay sharp. So you've got more time to stay sharp because then you'll be playing Man City in the next game and 2 days prior to that, Man City have played Bayern. But guess what? You've been through the whole week and then they smash you 3-0. It's things that we can't do without. One is lazing about and letting clubs that have played in the Champions League beat us. You're not saying go to the Emirates Stadium to win. We haven't won at the Emirates Stadium in how long? Since Lingard did that silly, moonwalk or whatever. But the thing is, you can go there and try. At least get a point. They came to ours, didn't play great, and they got all 3 points. At least go there and get a point. Especially when they've played maybe a Leipzig or maybe an Inter. And we played no one. What's your excuse?
But yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, and then don't go back. Don't go there to go sit at the back, play out the back. No, attack. Because they're basically not as 100% as you are. Yeah, so yeah, man, bro, as much as there's time, I'm saying give him time. There's no excuses. Give him time, of course, but make it make sense.
Okay.
Make it make sense.
Okay. You know what? I was about to say that was my last question, but no, this is actually my last question. I need your top 4 prediction, because obviously anyone I've had on this show so far.
My top 4 prediction.
Yes. Firstly, I need who you think will actually win the league, and after that,
Who win the league? Arsenal.
You believe Arsenal win the league?
I believe Arsenal will turn up in the middle of the season towards the end.
You really?
And I believe,
okay.
and I believe Liverpool might slip because of the whole, they're on fire now. I think they've won all of their games. But then when it's time for these new players to actually get into the thick of things, it will get weird. It will.
Okay, so you're saying Arsenal champions?
Believe it or not, Salah is starting to slow down as well.
I mean, he hasn't been great so far this season.
Yeah. So I mean, not great, but when you watch Salah, since the season he's starting to slow down. I mean, he's aging as well, so it's cool. But yeah, their back line is questionable.
Yeah, it's questionable. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, that's why they were doing everything to sign Goalkeeping, bro. Their back line is questionable. Defense win you titles. I mean, your defense win you titles, bro. I know Arsenal are so they've got their problems and whatnot, but I'm not being funny, but I feel like they'll do it this season.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like they'll do it this season.
That's what I'm hoping.
I mean, I said this at the beginning of the season anyway.
You did.
Yeah, I did.
All right, cool. So I'm guessing
that season that done the 15 points and then slipped at the very end for C. I did say we're gonna win it, but then obviously Arteta in his own special ways. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm sorry if Arteta doesn't actually. Okay, cool. Even if he doesn't win the league, bro, Carabao, FA Cup, that double, not one of them, that double, you need to win that.
At least that, yeah. No,
because you've got City that are still struggling. Do you know what I mean? Liverpool, so when it comes to the other English titles, they're a bit weird. They go Wembley and then they get smacked by Newcastle, and do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's very weird.
Nah.
So yes, you should, and you don't have a funny way of turning up at Wembley. I mean,
Wembley. I don't know that Wembley.
Yeah, you can. I mean, even look, you at Anfield, they scored by that free kick. It was a free kick. I'm not saying it wasn't a lucky goal because obviously free kick counts.
No, it was
penalties count. Do you know what I mean? But it would have been a draw. And both teams, obviously, they weren't that great.
No, that's true. You're right.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? So believe you me when I say Arsenal can do it. Yeah, they can. Why not?
Okay.
It's up to your manager.
No, that's true. I get what you mean. Okay, so I'm looking at it as you're saying first Arsenal, second Liverpool.
Yeah.
Who's going to be third and fourth?
Chelsea third.
Mm-hmm.
Man City fourth.
You know what? That is literally what I said as well.
Yeah.
I said Arsenal first, Liverpool second, Chelsea third, Man City fourth.
Yeah. You know what? It's fine. Everything comes to an end. Dynasties end. Chicago Bulls ended. The Lakers ended. Man United has ended. As much as I'm a Man United fan, I love it, brother. It's not coming back. Fergie's, do you know what I mean? We were on a
Fergie time is not going to be there anymore.
Bro, we were hot for 20 years. I used to go to school to Cosmo for 10 years. It's not coming back anytime soon. You see, in those 20 years, do you know what I mean? In those 20 years when we were having the time of our lives, in those 20 years, Liverpool were struggling. But then you see, the tides have turned. It's just how things work. Do you know what I mean? Unfortunately, we don't find ourselves in a league where it's like La Liga, where it's like literally 2 or 3 teams that are like popping everyone. No? It's the Premier League. Everyone's trying to do something. So yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see Man United doing anything for the next 10 years or so.
We're going to look to 10 years. Dang.
Culture, innit? That's what I'm saying. Culture first, and then everything follows, bro.
But hey, Rav, listen, I appreciate you joining.
Take the yards.